Astra.Mystra channel. Okay, while that's going on, close this, move this, open these. I think there might be. Turn off the mic and we'll speak a little bit. Oh, Astra, you're so cute. I gotta sweep just a little. There's fur everywhere. Just you cats and your fur, your natural state of life is covered in fur. Well, let's charge. Actually, is this charged? I think it should be. Let's try that. We'll also try the worm today. The fishing rod. Bits of fur everywhere. Need to sweep up. I'm amazed at how messy we get. We sure are a pair of sloppies. Although, I think maybe it's just me who's sloppy. Okay, that's a bit of fur. Okay. Astra, please don't attack the broom. Okay, just remove this fur here. What are you up to, Mystra? Are you just watching? That's your thing, isn't it, Mystra? You just like to watch. Mystra's the watcher. The watcher. Or you a watcher? You like to watch, eh? Okay. I think that will do it for now. Let's toss it. Treats. This way. Lemonade. Where's the YouTubes? There you are. There's the YouTubes. Okay. Are you kitties ready to play? Yay. Oh, close this. No one wants to see what's behind that door. That door. There's a room of filth and desecration. Look at Mistra's face. Oh, Mystra. Oh. Let's put this here this time. Oh, you're so cute, Astra. What are you doing, Mystra? Okay, let's see if we can get like that. See if we can get Mystra to play a little bit too with this bad boy. You know, I need to figure out what Mistra's favorite toy is. Mistra has a tendency to just sit back and watch. And so, why are you so cute? It's such a cutie pie. There appears to be some fluff on the ground. Mistra, Astra, 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 Mistra, Astra. Oh. Oh no, we're stuck. Okay, stuck. Oh, look at you just laying on top. Good girl. What about you, Mister? You should play too. Come on. Oh, there we go. Play. Well, I want to record Astra's moment too. Cute. What are you thinking, Mistra? What are you thinking about? What are you trying to do? Oh, she's like trying to look underneath the oh, why are you making that face? Wait, why did you? Is there something? Is there something in there? No, there's just. It's just a cloth. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this. Oh, 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 oh no, the wire's caught. No, the butterfly. Stop, you wild thing. No, you're tangling it. Oh gosh, okay. Please stop. Okay, we gotta turn this off before this gets worse. Okay, we're okay. Astra.Mystra, Astra.Mystra. Look at Astra. I'm worried Astra's getting skinny. But looking at Astra, she looks fine, right? Mistra's gotten quite a bit thicker since I got her. But I think Mistra's still cute and adorable. Oh my gosh, I have way too many wires just hanging out. I think I should unplug some stuff. Okay, I need to unplug this one. This is just my very cheap writing tablet. Doesn't need to be plugged in all the time. This is, what is this? My controller. My gaming controller. Okay. This is, I think this is the webcam. Webcam. Technically, I don't need to have it plugged in all the time, just when I'm using it. Would be, and I only use it during streams. Is that a 10? Oh, oh, oh. How are you doing, Zaratan? It's another day. Another day, another time to play with the cats. The webcam unplugged. Now there's... Okay. I wonder if I should put the backpack away. I like having it so the cats have somewhere to go. Because I like having like little tunnels for them. Because all of another day, another kitty stream. Exactly. Yep, another kitty stream. I'm glad you always come hang out with me. It makes me happy. And we can hang out, we chat, I play with my cats. I think it's a good time. Today I made myself some fresh lemonade, sort of. I had frozen lemon juice. Just some water, ice, sugar. It's a good time. I kind of enjoyed this more than anything else all day. Me too. I don't know. It's just chatting, relaxing. The cats are extra silly. Yeah. There's a reason why I'm like even just like doing the gaming streams. I kind of enjoy this a little bit more. That's why I do it more consistently. That's true. Nick Bluffs, hello. How are you and Bonky? A bird screamed in your ear that you're alive. A bird? Good morning. Or good evening to you two. I haven't turned this toy on in a while. Look how excited they are about it. I feel like of the toys I bought from Potorama, this one right here is the... This one right here is the one they have the most fun with. I'm tired. Oh, right, my decision on toy has been made, but they... Speaking of, I think... Where's my toy? There it is. Oh, this one's out of battery. Okay. Cliffhanger and misclicked enter. I feel like I'm being left hanging. They? What is happening? I'll send it by mail, so it's like 60 meters. Near 3 minute walk, but no, they gotta send it 3.78 miles instead from where we live to the next state and back again. What, why? They could have just called me so I can go pick it up. Yeah, that would have been so much easier for everybody involved. But I gotta admit, sometimes it's easy to overlook the simple solutions, right? Like, how many times have I tried to come up with a complicated, convoluted solution to a problem? It would be so simple. Like, I could have, for me, I was thinking of all these different ways to prevent the door, this door, from latching and locking so the cats can always get in. And I tried to come up with all these like zany solutions. And all I did was I cut up this thing. I taped it to the place where it latches, and now the door never closes. Did I watch the new Gilbert series? Yeah, I watched it with Bard, the Guardian, and the Ranger subclasses. Are not elite specs. Sounds very cool. So Mesmer gets Bard. Makes sense to me. Mespers have always been that more of the flair, the showy class. Totally makes total sense. I'm kind of curious how the elite specs will work. I hope they have like a weapon rebalance, you know, and some skills changed to kind of fit their the vibes. Today is second day and still no mail. Gonna get it at the end of the week. Someone call me so I can get it up. It was added, but then he started to be like, no, talk about this. About climate and the environment. Yeah. It's odd that they've, you know, that small little extra step would have, which is just a simple phone call, would have solved so many problems. And Little Bird is saying, oh my. Oh, McFluffs, I mean, have you seen like fluffy birds? I love me a cute fluffy bird. So, a bird could be a little fluffy. I said since end of guy or start soda, that one thing you bought it. Oh yeah. Totally. And I knew it would come up since I'm starting soda. It's like next time can be jam there. You're right. You're right, Bonky. It totally fits. You called it. Like I didn't get what I did. Oh my. I wish I could take one. Honestly though, like pants, if I wasn't embarrassed to be seen, I would just go pantsless all the time. If I lived by myself, like I would not be wearing pants at all, ever. Who needs pants? There's something stuffy about pants too, especially as a guy, I guess. I don't know. It's probably the same for everybody, but humidity is 80 to 85%. It's swampy in there. My God, that is some intense humidity. And it's been hot there too, right? Last you told me it was 80 degrees Fahrenheit just a few days ago. So it's humid. So humid and 80 degrees Fahrenheit is so much worse than dry and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So in California, it'll hit 90 degrees, but it's not humid. So it's kind of bearable. But I've been to like humid countries like Vietnam, where it doesn't well, it does get that hot. But even then, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is technically colder, but the humidity makes it so unbearable. Yeah, it's 17:31 over the Americans, 10:31 p.m. Okay, let's see LA. And 90 degrees, so 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, that's that's comfy, relatively. So I think your time is 1:30. Oh yeah, you got it just right. That is my time. Nights are nice. Nights are nice. I love. So yesterday it was nice and cool. It was nice and cool outside. It was beautiful. It was like maybe 75 degrees. I loved it. Buffett student because she also went to physics. Oh. Nothing wrong with that. It's nice that you keep track of the time zone of your relatives. I'm so bad at it. Oh my gosh, look at them. Oh my. I always wondered, would they mind if I jumped in and started wrestling with them? Oh, you're so cute. Are they gonna jump? Yes. I saw Astra just very ever so slowly nibble on Mistress. Oh. I try to start, it's full stop, and she starts. Oh. Oh my gosh. So right now, Mistra's kind of the submissive one, but Mistra weighs a lot more than Astra is. And I've seen Mistra bowl over Astra a couple times. So Mistra is quite the chunky one. I learned time difference when I was there. 9 hours in, so I had 3 hours more time because 9 plus 6 is 12. So counting backwards, 9 hours. And when I was in the States, I counted the same, but dragged away 3 hours. Makes sense. So you got it down to a science. You have an equation, everything. Maybe Astra's on Jersey, even though Astra is more confident. That's true. Oh, I got Mistra. Who's got Mistra? I do. I got Mistra. I got Mistra. Who has Mistra? I do. I got the Mistra. Oh. Hey, Olvix. What is that? Is that a it's an oddly shaped pumpkin. Covers doesn't mean being charged. Nothing stops Tiny except P, and Tiny's the confident. Oh, really? Let's see if I can razzle with this cat. Whoo! I got you. Hi! Oh. Hi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Uh, yeah, look. She'd be like, "Oh, what's she doing?" I think I'm annoying her more than being. I think I'm being more annoying than fun. Wait. What if I rolled you over like this? Ooh. Wait. How do you like them apples? Huh? How do you like them apples? I'll roll you over. Check this out. Ooh. There we go. Yeah. How are you doing, Olvix? I totally knocked out last night. Alright, they went to neighbors today and was scared to go back. Dude, two strangers walked on the road downstairs. And she looked a little bit sad because neighbor wasn't out, and I had to check if she pooped there, but she didn't. Talked and I went, oh, Tiny went to neighbor today. And two strangers, oh, they were talking on their. I noticed that if these cats, so these cats are really wary of strangers. If I open the windows and they hear people talking outside, they'll actually go and run and hide. They really don't like strangers talking. I wonder if maybe your cats are the same. They just don't like the sound of strange creatures, strange people. Tiny was laying on McFluff's desk, being in the way. She didn't let me grab her around her, didn't allow me to carry her by the neck. She did let me grab her paws, but that's how I carried her away. Aww. Cats are particular and silly. They only want. They really are like temperamental. Sometimes they'll like something, and then sometimes they won't. Ah, right. Ow! Hey! Don't chew on my finger. You don't get treats for chewing on fingers. You're so fluffy, Astra. I'm worried that Astra's getting skinny, but. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I'll stop. She was over the new. I don't know if I'm ready to get 14 extra recovery. It's okay. I'll make sure you recover fully, Olvix. Rest up. Treat yourself and your body gently. She climbs over to the neighbor's balcony. He allows it, but it still feels better to have her own. I see. Are you ever ready for 14? The emotions that the emotions that the story puts you through is wild. It's such a powerful story, and it's so well done too, and just everything combined, music, dialogue, writing. Oh, I love it. Remember the story that my friend or my lost his cat around a month ago? Sally didn't find him. He has a new kitty now. She's a beautiful black and white female with big poofy tail. She can translate imagine Astra. Oh, that sounds adorable. She sounds precious. I'm sorry about your friend's cat. Oh, poor missing kitty. I've heard stories of cats showing up like months later, even a year. Just because I don't know, cats, they just get in a mood. And it's just because I finished Endwalker, it's not as well. My free comedy mates heard me sob like 5 separate times in the final section. Oh, I heard, I heard the end of Endwalker is some of, I mean, it's probably the most emotional moment in all of Final Fantasy's story. And the story, they really make you feel for well everything. It's the end of an era for all of it, and it's absolutely wild. I can't I can't wait to see it myself. And the music, I've been music spoiled, and I like there's a certain song I know that if I want the moment I hear it in game, I'll burst out into tears. Once my parents' cat came back 2 years later after it got missing. Oh my god, 2 years. That's crazy. But I hear that story's not that uncommon. Sometimes they just get out, they enjoy, they enjoy their life outside, and then they come back. I don't know. It's just some cats like it. You're not ready for the music moments, but trust me. Oh, I don't think I'll ever be ready. But I really want to see it. Mystra, you're so cute. Why are these cats so cute? You went away to get an education, came back after 2 years. You miss me. You know, it's crazy. They'll leave for that long 2 years, 6 months, like however long. They'll have like gajillion scars. You know, chunks of their ear are missing. Like they always had the option to go back home. And apparently they did know how to get back home this whole time. But they didn't. They just stayed outside. And who knows why cats do that? Can you roll over? Roll over. Astra, can you roll over? Yeah, I know you want this. You want this, don't you? Ah! Yeah, roll over, please. Roll over, please. Oh, so good. Can you roll back? Oh, so good. She's so good. You're such a good kitty. Let's see. Turn this on. I've seen cats. I don't know. Like, there's this cat I took care of for my cousin, Sharky. And I they kept that cat indoors. It was a sweet cat. Like it was fine, you know, but it was kind of an anxious kitty. And so one day the cat got out, and it looked like the cat was so much happier. And once that cat got outside, it never wanted to go back inside again. It was just happier outdoors. So they'll still see their cat wandering around out there. They'll get it food and water, and I think they take that cat to checkups every once in a while. But that cat went from this anxious little mess to just living its best life. Astra.Mystra ever on it, I'd be love being one whose doorstep to beg for food on. Leaving there asking food, rolling over, asking high fives. I know, right? And here's the thing. It's so ingrained in them that when my sister came over and she put her hand out, they, even though they were scared of her, they would put their paws in her hand, like just like this. And then when she asked for high fives, they'd high five her. If she asked for lickies, asked her lickies, she would give them lickies. She would lick my sister. It's she would lick her finger. And so these cats will actually do tricks. Kitty hydrate button need. Wait, how do I hydrate a kitty? Okay, I made some lemonade today. It's quite nice. Wait, how do you hydrate a kitty? Oh, I do know that cats love kitten formula. Once I made a little I was taking care of some kittens. I made little saucers of kitten formula. And when I put them out, my sister's cats went crazy over them. They would try to steal it from the kittens and I have to lock them out. It was a mess. So maybe I can, if I just buy some kitten formula, then I can hydrate them like that. Feeding syringes, a lot of hate it, but it works. Cats do need to make you stay hydrated. Astra, why are you using your claws? Astra, you put my entire finger in your mouth. My finger is not food. Okay, hey. My fingers are not food. You just had lunch too. Keep calling his hands. It is kind of hot. You never know. Sometimes people just have sweaty hands. You know, some people have sweaty hands and some people don't. My hands tend to be pretty dry. Unless I'm doing physical exercise where I'm sweating everywhere, then I'll sweat a lot. I sweat easily. Like, I could run for about 30 seconds and I'll start sweating. That's my body. Oh, I see fluff. I'm taking a nap. I didn't sleep well last night from all the emotions from the ending. See you later, Cheesy. Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've experienced. Now have a good night, Borbix. I'll catch you later tonight. But it's true. These two cats will hand you paws. They will do, if you hold a treat in front of them, it doesn't matter who, if you do this, Astra will start waving. She actually will, and it's so cute. It does take about an hour until these cats walk up to somebody. Is there a mute button? Okay. Oh. Mystra, can you roll over? Give them about an hour. So Mystra takes about an hour of like somebody just being in the house before she's willing to like show her face. Astra takes quite a bit longer actually. Astra took like 2 or 3 hours before she wanted to show her face. And it took some coercion with treats. Oh, Are you kitty sleepy? I love that. I do love how comfortable they are together. The fact that they're laying and touching each other right now without like giving each other sass. Like I've had sisters in the past, Pepper and Olive. In fact, I have a chewed up picture of Olive, I think. For some reason, these two cats, they stole my cat pictures. I lost my Pepper picture. I don't know where it is. When I first adopted them, they stole it right off my Oh, it's my Pepper picture. I'm missing my Olive picture. They stole it right off my headboard on my bed. See, here's Pepper. And you can see like the bite marks. See, like they chewed it up. Here's Pepper, my dear Pepper. I really love this cat so much. She was the cuddliest tuxedo cat I've ever met. So this cat was an extrovert. She was one of the rare extrovert cats. Anytime anybody came over and sat down, their laps were available, she would jump on their lap and just cuddle with them. Didn't matter who, she was not scared of anybody. And so, like her being that precious, convinced maybe a few too many of my family members to adopt kitties. So the problem with that is that they adopted cats based on looks and not personality. And so their experience owning cats was not as pleasant as what we had. And they didn't really know how to treat cats either, so like add in sassy cats with not knowing how to treat them, you know, resulted in cats that were a little spicy and not super sociable. Bob gave me a salami. It melted in my mouth. It's weird, I never had it melt. Whoa, weird. What kind of salami is so rich and fatty to be? But it sounds kind of delicious in a certain way. It translates to golden salami. Ooh, what makes it gold? Is it made out of like, maybe the ratios are a little bit different? But I do love the spices that go into a delicious salami. Have you ever just made something with just the spices? It tastes just like it. It's not gold, but it's fatty. I gotta admit, sometimes a nice fatty, like, I don't know, sausage or salami, it's pretty great. There's something. So one thing I know from my limited experience cooking is that fats are really good at passing on flavors. So if you want to bring out the flavors of your spices, fats are essential. So something that's a little bit more fatty and rich will just be an absolute flavor bomb. I have after 8. And Marabou milk chocolate cookies. Oh, milk chocolate cookies, yum. That sounds delicious. High five. High five. Okay, Mystra, up. Can I get a wavy? Oh my gosh, why are Mystra's waves so cute? Mystra has extra cute waves. The after eight is chocolate with mint. I love mint chocolate cookies. So we have these Girl Scout cookies. My favorite Girl Scout cookies are probably the peanut butter ones. I forgot what they're called. But also the Thin Mints. Those ones, they're like crispy. They have like a crispy cookie in the middle. They're a little bit minty. They have a chocolate coating on the outside. They're delicious. Oh, maybe if I ever get a chance, I should send some over. Oh man. I remember we checked the shipping prices though. The shipping prices. Oh my. Expensive. Heck, if you ever get a family that's gonna come visit, maybe I can ask them to bring you some cookies. But I think you might like the Thin Mints McFluffs. The Girl Scout cookie, the Thin Mints. Yeah, they're so good. Are they going to Sweden? You should join. Oh my gosh. I wish. I have a cousin that travels around quite a bit. I think maybe I should find out if he's ever going to Sweden. I'll need to start saving up though. Oh, freaking God. Why are these two so cute? How did I get such cute cats? I don't know how. I was going to the shelter for like 2 weeks, maybe even a month. I just go look at the cats. And I had no idea how to choose. Because there's literally hundreds of cats and kittens at the shelter. Like, I had no idea. And so I was going like every other day for a while. And on the very last day, they just put these two cats out. Like, I've noticed that the cats, they get adopted super quick. Like, they said that many of the cats get adopted the same day that they're put out front. And so I was worried. I knew Astra was gonna get adopted either that day or the day after. And then Mystra would be left behind. And so I had to make a decision then and there. And so I was the one who adopted them the same day they went out. You choose the one who chooses you? Yeah, maybe. So I was waiting for a pair of cats that would kind of wave at me. Not exactly wave, but like kind of lift their paws. And surprisingly, Mystra lifted her paw. Just like this. Mystra, lift your paw. Just like that. No, just like that right now. And Mystra did that. I'm like, oh, well, that's something. And then I saw Astra. She looked at me, she put her paw on the window and just stared at me. And so I figured like, oh, if I was gonna choose a cat, some cats, it'd be these two. And my sisters convinced me, just go with it. And now here they are, my sweet little babies. So for Tot, $928 after taxes. It's to Sweden and from Sweden. Oh my God. Oh, like that's only worth it if I'm spending like $1,000 worth of gifts or something. And so for like 2 to 3 weeks, I think it took like 70 days. Oh my. Oh, check it out, McFluffs and Bonky. Mystra. Mystra is a master of the wait now. Mystra, wait. Wait, please. Wait. 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 Oh, okay. She's a master of the wait. 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 Oh no. I don't know where the chick. Wait, it's still on her head. Oh, where'd it go? But good job, Mystra. There we go. She's a pro. Did you see that? Astra, do you want to play Astra? Okay, I should play. Maybe do a little bit more of the warm. It looks like she wants to play a little bit. Before you took the treat, I thought she meant master of the weight. Only thought she's not that chunky. She isn't. I don't think. I mean, Mister's a bit bigger than Astra, but I think that's normal. That's just normal for the time. Go flight to 6 weeks, like $800 US. You know, like at that point, I might as well just fly over myself, right? Maybe one day when I'm like, when I have more time and money. It's more like if I had more money. I'd love to visit Sweden, and I'd have to fly EXO there too, I think. Of course. McFluff's trying to kidnap. Oh no, don't kidnap me. I think there's worse places to get like kidnapped and forced to stay though. Like I wouldn't be so horrible to be forced to stay in Sweden. I don't know. I miss Norwegian. I paid full ticket to and from Sweden. We're like, yeah, wow, that's nice and cheap. Let me get an Erie stare if you don't. It's wow, 8 weeks. Like 8 weeks at like 2 months. 2 months ahead of time. That's actually really cheap. My God, my goodness. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta start cleaning the house. My sister's coming to visit this weekend actually. I'm not gonna get much chance to clean tomorrow, so I need to clean today. Okay, right after this kitty stream, I'm gonna go mop the house. I didn't pay for a hotel, and they didn't serve food. Or I think food was included, but like snacks I had to bring yourself. Oh, but hotels tend to be like a huge chunk of the price. So if you didn't need to pay for the hotel, that's a pretty good deal. Yep. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of nice. if that's an option, because I know that whenever I travel, just the lodging is over half the cost. I was thinking if I ever visited Japan again, I would stay in the hotels that are like $10 a night or something like that. You literally sleep in like a tube and you get a locker. So I'll just carry a backpack with all my essentials, maybe like 3 pairs of clothes, and I'll just get them washed like periodically every few days. Those sleeping pods, I would for sure say, yeah, you know, Bonky, those sleeping pods look amazing. You know what's crazy? They even give you free food. I mean, the free food is just rice and a little bit of toppings for that rice, but I mean, I've eaten worse. That's actually pretty healthy, all things considered. Yeah, some rice with pickles. That's healthy eating. Costume for like 6 hours to do one of your finger. Oh, customs. For 6 hours to do one of your fingerprints was like janitor works. They had to call your uncle's wife and had to explain everything for the custom guy. Whoa, that's surprisingly strict. Like, I understand that people want to check your fingerprints and your biometric stuff, but it's really strict. Not only that, biometric has always been something that, I mean, it's kind of reliable, but at the same time, it isn't. Well, I had lucky I got in. So he told me that it was another guy I might not have been in. Like, oh my, really? It's scary. I didn't realize they were so strict over there. But considering like the state of things, things could, I guess, being that precautious. By the way, if you ever find yourself getting to prison in Sweden, just remember it's like a small hotel room. Oh my god, I saw pictures of a jail in Sweden. It actually looks like a dorm room. Actually, a good dorm room. And that sounds awesome. So the thing about that is, like Americans, they think that prisoners should be treated harshly and have horrible conditions. But I heard that Sweden has one of the lowest recidivism rates. As in, like, if you go to prison in Sweden, when you're released, the chances of you going back to prison is pretty low compared to the States. Yeah, oh my god, okay. Well, that makes, I don't know, the States is crazy. But something's wrong with the States. They're like, it's like this weird, crazy show that I just don't understand. Is US prison equal punishment? Rehabilitate? I totally agree. Like, there's something really wrong with the US punitive system. Or that's like, I don't know. I think that's what you call it. It's pretty awful, and I think a lot of people. Actually, I'm not sure a lot of people would agree. I don't know. Overall, it's crazy. Our prison system only creates more criminals the way it's being run. And I wish more Americans would realize that. It's not even that it creates more criminals. It forces people, like, once you're registered as someone who's committed a crime, the country makes it so you have no choice but to commit crimes to even stay alive once you're outside of prison. Like, you can't get a job, you can't get a credit card, you can't take out loans, you know? So, like, what are they supposed to do when they release them back into society? If you, like, not only that, if you're renting and you got thrown in prison, well, you can't pay rent because you're in freaking jail. They evict and throw out all your stuff, and they still make it so you have to pay that rent by law. So how are you? So, like, just getting thrown in jail puts you back financially, like, in the red. So what do you do then, anyways? I think you get paid to work in prison in Sweden, or am I wrong? Yes, you get paid a lot. And a lot of people here get hired when they get out. If you're in a low security prison here, you have almost free movement. You're forced to sleep in such a prison though. Other than that, you can go wherever. That's amazing. Like, I don't know, who knew that treating people like people would, you know, help them get back into society, you know? If I remember right, some homeless in Sweden probably store something and want you to give you 6 months and they help them summarize. Yeah. So it's the same here too. When I was, okay, here, let me tell you a story about Walgreens. I was working at Walgreens for a while, and they had, that store in particular, I don't know if it's in particular, but that store had a major homeless person problem. As in, so homeless people would walk in, they would, like, pretend to steal something, or sometimes they actually did steal stuff. But if they got caught and the police were called, they would not fight or anything. And so there's one time, it was really, really sad. It was a super cold night. This homeless person walked in, and he said, "I'm having a medical emergency." And he was completely coherent, maybe a little bit dazed. But he was just like, "I'm having a medical emergency. Can someone call an ambulance?" And so I gave him my seat. We called an ambulance and he came over and we were talking. And the reality was, it was raining. It was cold. You know, he just wanted to get out of that and just be someplace warm for a bit, which was the hospital. And for a lot of them, they don't get the ambulance call. You know, they decide to just pretend to shoplift so they can go to jail, have someplace warm, and have food. It's a pretty awful situation that I really wish was better. Like, the time and resources that goes into, like, having the cops come over, having them to, like, go into the prison system, or having them go to the hospital, which then are and you know, hospitals are grossly overpriced here, and the reality is that what people don't realize is that our taxes pay for those hospital visits. So instead of, like, having them, and you know, they have, like, they have these professionals, these expensive checkups, when they could have just provided them with a place to stay, where they can stay warm, shower, keep clean. I don't think a lot of people... What's crazy is that people don't realize just how expensive it is, the way it is now. Like, if they were completely selfish and only wanted to pay less in order to deal with homeless people, they would not like the system it is now. Like our current version is probably the most expensive version of dealing with the homeless that it could possibly be. And people want it to be that way for some reason. It's crazy. True, almost all homeless do not get a roof over their heads for winter, does that? They get a good bed, good food, warmth, and also activities. Like imagine being homeless, going to prison, and then you get TV night thoughts. Ooh, okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Me too. Like, that story just made me sad. And I do know that it's just, it's uncomfortable to see. It's uncomfortable to deal with. And I know that my coworkers hated it. But they also, like, understood that they did understand that it was just a bad situation all around. I don't know. Heck, man. It bothers me. So, I don't know. I hate it. I hate the fact that so many people just want it to be this way. I know my family's kind of included, which bothers me even more. They're like, oh, why should we pay for homeless people to be lazy or whatever? But like, it's not even about that. Like, say you wanted to, if you were fiscally conservative and wanted to be fiscally responsible, you'd help these, you'd vote to help these people and have like actual housing programs for them, because in the end that'd be cheaper. I think there's a problem in America where they obfuscate how much things cost. In terms of like where our taxes are going. Because there is a reason for that. Hospitals make a lot of money when the homeless people are called in. So you think hospitals are losing money here because like the homeless people aren't going to pay those medical bills. But the reality is the hospital, they bill the government, which pays those bills. And people don't realize that. You know, it's pretty crazy. I don't know. Norway, Finland, Sweden, and Denmark is proof that when homeless get help to get back on their feet, they do not feel like society gave up, abandoned them anymore, and gives motivation. Not everyone, of course, but a lot of them. Yeah, I would say in the homeless population, in general, probably like 75% of them, at the very least, or actually more like 50%, easily. Give them a little bit of help, they get off the street and be, totally normal, productive members of society. The other 50% need like varying degrees of more help. But like leaving them out on the streets is just not the option. Like the cleanup efforts cost money, the damage to infrastructure, let alone like, I don't know, things of safety and whatever other problems that may arise with it. Okay. I don't know. What I do know is that what's the word? I just know that things are crazy. And that if, and I do know that helping people would just be, even for those selfish people who just complain about money and whatnot, you'd pay less. You'd pay less just for helping people. I wish the world would realize that. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I drink my lemonade. I was kind of bothered the other day. My sisters, they were talking about Canada, which has like universal healthcare. So everyone, there's valid complaints about having universal healthcare. But there aren't like particularly valid, like waiting. Number one thing is like, oh, they gotta wait so long to go get an appointment. But like, they're pretty fortunate in that they have good insurance and good plans, so they can get timely appointments. But that's not the case for like 60% of Americans. You know, I think. Anyways, that's not the point. They're talking about like, oh, their taxes are so high because they pay for universal health care. that was the argument. And I was like, I'm pretty sure Americans pay more in taxes than Canadians do. And I looked it up. And it didn't matter that Canadians pay half as much in taxes to healthcare than Americans do. Americans literally pay double the amount in taxes to healthcare per person than Canadians do. But that didn't affect whatever crazy propaganda they had in their head. It bothers me. I don't know. Like Canada literally has better healthcare and pays half the taxes than we do. Like, and we have like some horrible healthcare. Unless you're rich, which they are. So I suppose because they're rich, no, they're not super rich, but they're definitely quite wealthy. And so like they're literally the privileged ones. I don't know. Is abortion expensive in the US like a normal hospital visit? Or even more expensive? Yes. So we have a program called Planned Parenthood, which unfortunately lost a lot of funding thanks to our current administration. But Planned Parenthood used to provide those services for people who needed it at either at low cost or no cost. But so while we did have that program, their funding has been slashed. So now it's much more difficult and expensive. Yeah. Fortunately, like it also depends on the state. It also depends on the state. California, I believe, has programs like on its own. But if you're in like another state, like say Texas, in Texas, they literally have bounty hunters looking for people who want an abortion. And they will follow you. They'll follow the woman, chase them down. They'll cross state lines to track them. And when they're back in the state, they'll have the state troopers called on them and they'd go to jail and go to prison. Like that was something that actually happened in Texas in the last 4 years. Like that's a real story. That's that's actually something that happened in the last 4 years. Actually, more like maybe past 8 years. But yeah, 8 years. All I know is I laugh when people call countries like Sweden communist. They want to know something funny. Income tax is in the US between 10 to 35%. Our income tax is 32%. You can afford Social Security. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. In fact, you have so many more programs and everything's just overall better over there. You have actual safety nets. You have a properly working medical system. You have support programs, good schools. You get paid to go to school. Like there's nothing like that here. In the California state or San Diego Compute. California state. But they do have local programs depending on the city you're in. So it's just a matter of like finding it. Yeah. I don't know. But still, it's sad to see. I wish things were better. Anyways, I guess I should. It's always interesting to talk about these things with you too, and everybody. I don't know. I do love the fact that I can see your perspective as someone who lives in a different country and a country that I really respect in a lot of aspects. And seeing your actual stories is, I don't know, enlightening. It kind of reinforces what kind of my ideals. First, crazy that abortion here is $12 or free when you get the free healthcare, or depending on the situation I get. Oh, really? Wow. That's actually amazing. I don't think it's definitely not that cheap here. Thing is, changing system will be chaos, and failures at the beginning, and then it'll work out. Exactly. That's something that is something that people need to realize in this country. But this country is super divided. We're kind of owned. We have so much propaganda in America that are owned by billionaires that it just gets crazy. Like the level of propaganda out there that's being perpetrated by these billionaire owned media companies is crazy. So I was listening to not Joe, Hunter Biden. I was listening to a Hunter Biden interview the other day. Well, that was yesterday. So let me tell you a story that he mentioned, and so Hunter Biden is a hot propaganda topic for these news corporations. Like, anytime anything is wrong, anytime they're about to do something shady, they'll be like, Hunter Biden did this, and Americans are eating it hook, line, and sinker, to the point where Hunter Biden is a painter. He's painted all his life, apparently, and he was just hosting a art gallery, a show to show off his paintings. It has nothing to do with anything. There's literally no political ties to it at all. So what they did was they posted it on the news like crazy. They kind of all sorts of bullshit, crazy stories like Hunter Biden's is giving paintings for political favors. He's getting advantages because he's Hunter Biden, using the Biden name to sell his paintings at a extraordinarily high price. Little on the show, he wasn't even selling his paintings. It was a gallery to just show off his paintings. And they came up with like the craziest conspiracy theories they could possibly think of, to the point where when they released that story, Trump supporters went to that gallery, vandalized it, tried to destroy their paintings, his paintings. They destroyed the venue. And yeah, and that's just something that happens here now. And so, like, the level of propaganda in our country is crazy. You got pregnant against your will, abortion. Okay. I think that's something to. I mean, that's how it should be in a society. The limit is week 18. After that, you need a permit to be allowed, depending on your situation, which is common sense, but you need to figure out further. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that makes sense to me. You get into moral dilemmas after a certain number of weeks, 18 weeks. But I really do think that it should be that way. Because everyone's story is different. You never know how people will end up. There are as many different possible stories as there are people. And so, even if you have moral quandaries over it, just keep those morals to your own personal life. The reality is just people, the options should be there for people who need the help. Give birth in Sweden is 10 years old. If you get free healthcare for a year, it's free. What? After 2 days, you pay like 18 years living, including food, etc. Remember, the mother's there for 10 days or something, but dad wants to gotta pay $30 per night food. Oh, okay. But for dad, it's free the first days or something. Oh, wow. Okay. That's amazing. Here, let me just look up some stats for you, Nick Luss. This is gonna blow your mind. Average cost of childbirth in US. Okay. Let me tell you. Average cost to give birth in the United States is $18,865. $18,865. So, if you want to have a baby, better have $20,000 in your pocket just so you can give birth safely in a hospital. Hey, Atelier Sugar Cat. Hello. Nice to see you here. We're having some interesting talks. So hopefully American healthcare at its finest, yeah. So we're talking because McFluff and Bonky, they live in Sweden. And they're telling me what it's like over there. So to give birth in Sweden, it will cost $12. But the average cost for an American to give birth is $18,000. I'm trying to go sign out this. Okay, hopefully I'm not gonna make, because so I don't know if sometimes it can be an uncomfortable conversation, but it's crazy. So in Sweden, one, they pay less in taxes than we do. Two, considering that they pay less Like just paying taxes to health. They pay less in taxes to healthcare than we do. And they can give, their cost of childbirth is $12 US. We're getting shafted so hard. $480 of parental share between parents, but if you're a single parent, you get it all. You also get paid. Wow, we don't get that. So I talked to my friend, my friend. I think, so his wife, I think she got about 3 months of parental leave, maternal leave. So she got 3 months, so 90 days of maternal leave. My friend, who's the father, he got 2 weeks of paternal leave. 2 weeks. Like, that's not even enough time to just set up the house for new baby. And adjusting. And you leave work if child gets sick in a boss concussion, you get paid. Wow. You don't get that. You don't get that here. Astra, please don't chew on the fishing rod. Do you want to play with it though? Paid leave is only vacation days for Americans, not even include maternal. What? That's a week over here, depending on the. Oh my god. What? As Americans, why do we allow this to happen? Is my question. Like, just hearing from the perspective of Bonky and McFluffs, well, it's pretty clear that it's possible to have a better government. People will, of course, you hear arguments that say like, oh, it's different. You know, different culture, it's different over there. Sweden is a smaller country than the US. That doesn't change the fact that things could be different. You know, and there's literally working examples out there. I can't work because some of those really tight rules. I need like 3-4 sick days a week. No job would do that and pay enough for healthcare, housing, food. Yeah. Right? Like, I don't... It's just so broken. Like, Sweden can do it. And... Okay, here's one thing my sister has complained about. And that they say that they have a complaint that European companies are not as productive as American ones are. So like they're always having this conversation and argument. But if I remember, like, I don't think that's true. There's definitely a lot of things that Americans make that they appreciate, but they have appreciated stuff made in Sweden that they just don't know is made in Sweden. Like, I think there was a couple video games that they very much enjoyed from Sweden, board games, and they just don't even know it. I don't know, it's crazy. There's a reason why the companies that they work for are outsourcing work to these countries. Like, let's see. Why can't I scroll my chat? I can't work because there's really tight rules, smaller. Yes, but the percent of income government doesn't care how many people. Yeah. It's weird that you have a set amount of sick days. It is weird that we have a set amount of sick days. It is true that it's because the fortunate reality is companies will always do the bare minimum in regards to pay, in regards to like treating the workers right. They know that they can get away with it for against Americans because we're just kind of forced to be in this system. And so they will only ever do the bare minimum, even the good companies. I'm relatively lucky because I have family, unless I get a partner or win the lottery set, I'll never move. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've got family to support you. I do agree. I wish it is great that you have family to support you. I just wish it wasn't the case where you have to have families to support you to approve it. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. It is, but I guess people are healthy and put up. Even if people are healthy and put up with it, it's not fair how cheap. Exactly. You get unlimited sick days since you can't decide if you get sick or not. If you're sick, often they would check and talk about why. Do you have a medical exam for a reason? You can keep working. You can't get fired because of illness. Oh my god. So at least where I live, they could fire you for literally any reason. No questions asked. If they want to fire you, bam, you're gone. They don't need to give reasons. It isn't fair in places like Europe because and don't take much advantage. I'm not here. The thing is, I lose your insurance next year. Oh no. I really hope that things get better for you, Sugar Cat. Oh, there was a point I wanted to make. I forgot. So, here's the point that I wanted to make. 60 years ago, as in the lifetimes of many people alive right now, you could support yourself just doing whatever. And that's something that pisses me off, is that these people who are 60 up lived in a time where it was just so much easier. And they're in charge of everything here. And so their perception of the world is just warped. And the reality, and my other point is that it is possible to have a world and society that allows people to move on up, because that's what it was 60 years ago. And that was the foundation of which today is so successful. You know? So you can't even say that it didn't work. It worked great. It worked amazingly. The US is like still one of the richest countries in the world. So the reality is what happened. They took some of the best times ever, some most successful times ever in the history of the world, and they just stole all of that success for a few top 0.1% of people. Yeah. And it's built on it was built on a, I don't know. It was possible. It was a thing. People could be it. It's wild. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Definitely asking around for options. Pick up my stuff, work, study in Sweden. I'm kind of curious. How much is that? I really need. How easy? Should I just? How much of an option is it to do that? Just pick up and move to Sweden. I know it is possible, but it's kind of daunting. I wish I could, but my family your whole life is here. There's no money to move. In most countries don't allow specific jobs people to move in. It's, yeah. I think when I looked it up, Sweden, you had to be working for 5 years. So you have to get a job first so you can work there, just be able to stay long term. And you have to work about 5-10 years to get citizenship. And so the first thing for me would be to get a proper job over there. And so simply up and moving isn't an option. I'd love to though. Possible for sure, it hasn't gotten harder for refugees, but if you move for work study, it's way easier. I suppose I should lock that up. I wonder if my cats would love it there. They are fluffy, so. Astra.Mystra. Yeah, I love that when I call Astra, she just comes over right away. Oh yeah. Can you wave to cat? Wave, please. Can I have a wavies? Astra, wavies. Yeah. Wavies. Good girl. Good nyan-nyans. Astra, nyan-nyan. Nyan-nyan. Oh, Astra, can I get a nyan-nyan? Yeah, good nyan-nyan. We can study Swedish, they're happy to help me get it. Maybe it's time to learn Swedish. So it's kind of, since I live in America, it's kind of, I don't know. I'm just so used to being treated a certain way. It's scary to me. Would it really be possible? They have such expressive eyes. They do. I love that. I love her little eyeshadow. And scary to be careful. It's a bonky. You have no idea how much of a foreign concept that is to Americans. Like, in my head, I'm like, there's no way that's real. They'll kick me out the moment, like, anything goes wrong. Kind of situation. I think that if I move, I still gotta pay taxes to the IRS, though. Oh yeah, I look way to fit in Europe. People think I'm foreign in America. Oh. I hate that. Like, there's nothing wrong with being foreign or looking different. It's crazy. What matters is the person on the inside, right, Mystra? Can I have a wave? Yeah, that was good. You can all look too different in Europe. You got people with so many cultures. On a level that it's an open, that's means got more people getting thrown out than getting here. Oh my. Mystra, high five. High five. I'm literally just African American and Indian. People think I'm Indian or Indian and East Asian. Oh my. Oh, that must be being. I don't know why it's so difficult for people to. Why is it extra difficult for people of mixed ethnicities to be accepted? It's weird because, you know, you're just you. Your parents loved each other. You know, and I think it should be something to appreciate it, that you can be part of different cultures, you know, from your parents and your family. Learn that all Americans have European heritage. Exactly. Exactly. I guess because we're not enough for each of the city people, but I don't agree with that, of course. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand that mindset. I think, like, it should be appreciated that the fact that you could share in those, like, it should be appreciated that you have things in common and you could share in those little things, you know? And, like, being exposed to different things isn't a bad thing. If you watch statistics, it's because after the migration in 2015, crime rate was quickly and got worse and worse and against rates were. I see. I see, I see. Now that's a complicated. Now that's something really complicated. I don't know the exact history or exact reasons for it. But exactly, yeah. I think as I never fit into any culture, but I appreciate every culture more than enough. Yeah. I think that, like, that's. I would consider that a strength that more people should appreciate. Mystra, can you do one of these? Mystra, roll over. Good. Can you roll it back? Come back. Good girl. Good, Mystra. And that's because it paid too many people and government couldn't care for everyone, but they dove too deep in being humane. Yeah, like if it's a situation where they couldn't take care of everyone and people were living like really impoverished lives, like if it was a situation people aren't getting houses, they're not getting enough food, like that is a situation that will result in crime because they literally do not have another choice, which only makes them look worse. But you know, people gotta eat. People want to be out of the rain, the hot, the heat, or the cold. For me, it doesn't matter how you look, it matters who you are as a person. Exactly, exactly. Mystra, can you roll over? They got promised again, keep sides around. Yeah, and that's the exact situation that would cause crime. Like, throughout all of history, all the research, all the every single study done on that is that when people are hungry, when people do not have a place to stay, when people do not, you know, they tend to commit crimes. It's a reality. I think there's a balance in order to keep that balance. You need all the disparities to be fixed. Exactly. So it's not like I'm saying don't punish crime or anything like that. But I think as a society, we got to realize that people in poverty are forced, like, they're forced to commit crimes to survive. And if you remove the reason why they are forced to commit crimes, then you can, you know, actively punish proper criminals, you know? Yeah. But as long as you don't do crime, you're fine. Yeah. I do acknowledge that there are criminals out there. Heck, I know. I, I know people commit stuff, and yeah. No, I get that. You can't starve and have a house. People expect them. Exactly. I think if we're able to, just the simple act of feeding people and um, housing people would solve probably about 50% of crime. And then somehow, and obviously, we still gotta have a justice system in place and everything. There are some people that really do need to be in jail. But I don't know, not even, like, most of the time, not even that. Like, in rehabilitation centers, for like that half, maybe some institutions for another smaller percentage. Like, they aren't want people who do crime just like shit out, or people who don't want to work and they don't want society's money. Oh yeah, that's understandable. These over here, they lump everyone into the lazy category when a lot of people are disabled and can't work. Yeah, and that's not really fair. I think one thing people don't realize is just how hard it is when you're disabled certain ways. A lot of people can't really empathize or sympathize with people unless they've experienced those situations themselves. Like, I don't know, like chronic pain. That's something you can't see it. And you don't really understand it to experience it yourself. And it's kind of unfortunate that people can't sympathize with that. Like, it's not laziness at all. It's something debilitating that you really can't understand until you go through it. Like, while I can't empathize with it. I do get it. No, I don't get it. But I might not I might not understand it completely, like, because I haven't been in chronic pain. But I do know that it's a debilitating situation, and it deserves sympathy. I'm the one who doesn't want to help, but if you got a disability, it's another. Like, they won't ship out and someone who's a disability. Yeah, understandable. There might be people who are super lazy, but I don't think people are as lazy as I don't. In my opinion, well, I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are people who want to just do nothing and leech off the system. I don't doubt that. But I do think that most people actually have dreams and goals and aspirations. Like, talk to any kid or something. Talk to any kid out there in the world, and they will have a goal, a dream. They want to do something, you know? When they look up at their role models, like, oh, I want to do that. And they wish they could do it. And, like, do people really grow out of those childhood dreams? Like, I'm what, 34? I still believe in I still would love to fulfill my childhood dreams one of these days. It's also been researched that people often are more fulfilled when they have a purpose. Like, there's been scientific studies that people are more satisfied when they can, like, make progress and see, like, work on something for their futures, you know? good thing you don't understand. To be honest, it sucks. Having it is all that matters. Okay. I hope. I'm wishing you the best, cat. Hey, Cheesy. Hey, Oscar P. Pickle. How are you? You're 34. You look like a high schooler. Oh, I'm an old man. 34. I'm gonna turn 35 at the end of this year, and I wish I had things more figured out at this age. I thought you were like 26. Oh, I appreciate that. Astra.Mystra are 34 too. They just look young. Yeah, no, they're babies. They're forever babies. I turned 28 in September. Do you remember? Oh, you turned 28 in September? It's September, that's next month, isn't it? Well, are you going to do anything special for your birthday? I do know that as we get older, we kind of stop celebrating as much our birthdays as much, but at my age, I think it's a good excuse to just, I don't know, let loose once in a while, you know? Eat a cake, eat your favorite cake. Have your favorite drink. There's a time, like, it's okay to enjoy yourself once in a while. I turn 25 next week. People still think I'm 14. That's a good thing. Okay. I know that it can be kind of annoying to be considered looking super young, but as you get older, that's something to really appreciate. Enjoy looking young while you still can. As long as people don't treat you. You see, I never did. Oh, okay, well, I was about to mention that. As long as people don't treat you as if you're 14, that'd be unfortunate. 28, turned 20. Oh, happy belated birthday, McFluffs. Do you mind asking for a title? So I'm currently not working in this field, unfortunately, but I am a software engineer. But I'm not currently working as a software engineer. Yeah. It's been, I don't know. It's been kind of a difficult time, but I get treated like it. The only perk is getting Halloween candy for free. Okay, I mean, Halloween candy, I suppose. If you have a sweet tooth, that sounds kind of nice. Happy belated birthday to McFlux. Software engineer. 54,000 a month, that can vary between 40K for recent graduates and upward to 65 more senior developers with specialized skills. I see. I do know that. I mean, that's still pretty good, actually. I do know that overall the pay is a little bit less over there for a software engineer versus here. But the fact that you have so many more systems in place for people and actual vacations and actual leave, it sounds completely worth it to me. Okay. So you can fulfill that sweet tooth a little better. Is that why sugar's in your name, in your screen name? If you move a zero, you can close to the dollar. Yes, that's sweet. That's cute. Let's see, 54 equals 5,000 US dollars for 1,000. Oh, so it's pretty close. They won't ship you out. There's a lot of potential then. Mystra, can you roll over? Okay, Mistra's looking kind of sleepy. Okay. Oh wow, this kid in Playtime went longer than I planned. High five. Okay. I should start wrapping things up now. You know, that might work. If it was possible. Well, I suppose it's a situation where you just try it, right? I have a bad habit of not trying things due to various reasons. Self-doubt, worrying too much, or just inaction. But when the reality is, sometimes you just gotta push yourself to try it. Right, kitties? That's how I got these kitties. I was pretty reluctant to adopt kitties. And now I have these cats I can high five whenever I feel like it. Look. Okay, very nice high fives. Okay, last treats for now. For real, the first step is the hardest. Exactly, that first step. I always say that. Like, for me, the gym was kind of that moment where starting a routine to work out was the hardest part of it. But once you get in there, you get used to the process. It becomes so much easier. And yeah. First step, always the most daunting. That's one of my weaknesses, taking that first step. But yeah, we'll wrap things up here. It's been a fun talk. Any losses you earn under 3,000 you risk being forced to leave. Okay. I guess it depends on what the minimum wage is. So they won't kick you out. Okay. Yeah, so that does seem doable. We will go say hi to Mary's Mini Monsters. It is a 24-hour stream of some baby goats. That's basically a starting job for like people who just okay.
You guys playing, they see you running around. Yeah. Let me see if I can wipe this.
Oh god. Astra, what did you knock down?
Alright, hopefully that helps. Happy. Hello. Can I go out?
Astra, please don't knock. Well, thank you for hanging out with me. I'll be back Friday at the same time. It might not go as long. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, it's true. That sounds quite doable. And I heard that after 5 years, it will apply to sewage.
This is what happens when cookies catch the creamiest wave.
But I'll see you all next time. I will be on tonight to do some Final Fantasy story. I really want to catch up with Olbix and see everything. And I'll be back Friday. Oh, actually, I might be busy Friday. We'll see.